A damning expose by the custodian has found that popular gay dating app Q has continuously failed to meet the legal criteria put in place by the UK government to ensure the safeguarding of minors online. After an 18-month investigation into the gay dating app, the custodian found that there had been an astronomical amount of failures that has consistently put minors in danger. The damning report highlights Q's lack of age verification, which therefore allows anyone of any age to access the app. The custodian also found that due to the app's design, allowing anyone to message any account, this can encourage people to send explicit images and videos to potential minors. With more on this investigation is our reporter, Alex Beacon.
A gay dating app used by millions across the world, Q has developed itself with a reputation of facilitating hookup culture. After yesterday's damning report by the custodian, the company's reputation is in complete disarray as it now faces a legal battle with the UK government to continue its operations. An investigation that stretched for 18 months, the custodian found that a significant amount of active accounts were thought to be used by minors. It is thought that up to 19% of all active accounts are of those below the age of 18. This violates the Online Safety Act 2023, which explicitly mentions that services must hold a higher standard of protection for children than for adults. It is unclear at this present time what the future holds for the gay dating app, but what the custodian believes is clear is that Q and other dating apps must be held responsible to their contributions to the exploitation of minors online.
After going viral on TapTop for sharing his experience he had on Q when he was 17, George Stratford, now aged 22, joins me in the studio. Thank you, George, for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
You shared online about your experiences of using Q as a 17-year-old. Can you expand on what happened to you?
Well, I downloaded the app not long after coming out as gay. I wanted to feel a sense of love and belonging, something that I'd longed for my entire life. I ended up talking to somebody that was considerably older for a number of weeks, and I thought we were really getting along. And then we shared in a sexual encounter, and after we'd finished, his demeanour flipped. So he kicked me out of his house in the middle of the night with no way of getting home.
That must have been difficult for you to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. But on reflection as a 22-year-old, I now realise that that isn't where the real issue lies. The real issue is that he knew I was 17, he knew I was vulnerable, and he exploited me for his own sexual advances. He knew I was a child, and that's what attracted him to me in the first place. And I believe that Q is an app that facilitated this exploitation.
I must say, seeing as the age of consent in the UK is 16, what you consider to be exploitation could be considered as two consenting people in the eyes of the law.
And to that, I would say that what is legal doesn't mean it's right. I believe the law on age of consent should change to safeguard children from what happened to me happening to them. There's numerous countries that adopt an age of consent of 18 for anyone over the age of 18, and then have a separate age of consent for 16 to 18-year-olds. This way it would safeguard teenagers from older people with more predatory instincts while allowing them freedom to engage with people of a similar age.
Well, thank you for coming in today, George. Strong words there from George Stratford. And if you'd like more information on this report, head over to the TNW app.